Stephen Flynn, why are we here?
I'm here to defend workers' rights. This isn't a constitutional issue. This is about people's right to fight for better pay, to fight for better conditions, and it's incumbent upon me as one of the party leaders in Westminster to come out here and show solidarity with working people. I've got friends, I've got family who are working in our public sector. They and everyone else across the length and breadth of the UK deserve to have their rights protected, and I'm here to stand up for them.
How would you describe the strikes bill?
It's a draconian legislation which goes against everything that our democracy is about. People should be allowed to fight for better pay and better conditions. Now, there's obviously going to be disagreements on these things, but rather than seek to ban people from the right to strike, the government needs to get around the table with the unions and negotiate. That's what happens in Scotland, is what is happening at this moment in time. That's the way to do things. We've shown the way. Westminster should follow our lead, not go down this path.
Rishi Sunak says he believes in the right to strike. Do you believe him?
No.
Why not?
Because he's lying.
That's fair enough. The UK government has decided to block the gender recognition bill that recently passed in the Scottish Parliament. What's your response?
Shame on them. Shame on them. We're talking about some of the most marginalised and vulnerable people in society. Scotland's democratically elected Parliament by 2/3 majority voted in favour of this legislation. Parliamentarians from the SNP, Labour, Tory, Lib Dem and Greens all voted in favour of it. That's an attack on democracy, just as this legislation in relation to the strikes is an attack on democracy too.
I think that's what is the most striking, is the government seems to be making this an SNP versus UK government thing, but it has Labour, Lib Dem, SNP, Green, even Tory backing in Parliament. It seems they're making it into something that it's not.
Aye, and in that regard, shame on Keir Starmer too. Scottish Labour backed the legislation. Why is Keir Starmer walking away from it now? The reality is that Scotland's democratically elected Parliament has voted in favour of something. We should be proud of that, we should celebrate that, and we should support that. And it's now incumbent upon the UK government, as part of this supposed union of equals, to reflect and support the right of the Scottish Parliament to make those decisions under the devolution settlement. And if they're not happy with the devolution settlement, they should let us go our own way and give us our independence referendum.
What happens now?
In relation to the GRR, well, we'll obviously vigorously defend our case, and the Scottish Government will set out the next steps in relation to that. But I think this is a moment for the people of Scotland to sit back, take stock and realise that democracy on the UK Government's term is something that they're not supportive of.
What would your message be to anyone trans that's watching this now?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're getting used as a political football by a right-wing UK government that's intent on attacking you, and hopefully Scotland's Parliament wins today.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, mate, I'm freezing up. This weather is not good for a bald man, I can assure you that.
Stephen Flynn, thanks for your time. Thank you, mate.